we out here, we'll scream Black Lives Matter, but then a sister go get an abortion. Now think about that right there. How does Black Lives Matter, but you can go get an abortion? Does that make any sense? Is it only the brothers, Black Lives Matter, but they picking up a gun and they go shoot each other? But when the cop does it, he's the worst person on earth. The cop does it, oh my God. They gotta stop it. Enough is enough. I'm going to march. Why you don't march when the blood kills somebody? Why is it spinning the block and drilling? Why you don't march when a Crip or GD or Focus somebody kills somebody? Because our mind is sick and corrupted. Well, we believe that's okay. It's okay because at least we doing it to each other. But you couldn't tell that brother, don't kill that brother, man. Black Lives Matter. He like, man, I ain't trying to hear that move. He might spray you. You, oh man, don't go shoot that cat right there, kid. Oh no, Black Lives don't matter right now, because it never mattered. And that's what we have asked about 30 people that walk by, where is the black man of America and from the Caribbean originally from? All right, so we gonna tell it to you. Ken, you got a second? Go to Isaiah 1, man.
In the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hear, O heaven, and give ear, O earth. For the Most High has spoken. Children I have reared and brought up, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's friend. But Israel doeth not know.
So Israel don't know who they are, and Israel don't consider who they are. We are the Hebrews of the Bible. And you ever sit there and wonder, why is everything only happening to the so-called black man, to the so-called Western, to the so-called Latino? That's because we're the chosen people of God. I know I used to sit one day before I got this truth and say, how is it that we 13% of the population, but we the most locked up? We don't own no stores in our neighborhood. The police get to harass us. We got all these organizations, Black Lives Matter, they turn on us. It's because we the true chosen people of the Bible. The black, the Latino, and the West Indian man are God's chosen people. That's why we're the most talented. That's why we're the most physically gifted. That's why when it comes to intelligence, we invented the most things. What happened was they took us from West Africa in slave ships, brought us to the America, brought us to the Caribbean, brought us to the Latin Islands, Puerto Rico, DR, and then they told us, this is where you from, this is where you from, this is where you from. We are all part of the same people. Let me prove that to you right now. Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Prove that the Spanish, the black, and the West Indian is all from the same place, according to the Bible that everybody reads. We're going to bring that out right now.
Family, we're in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And the Most High shall bring thee back into Egypt in ships, by the way whereof I say unto thee.
Now, if you know where Egypt is, it don't take a boat. That's the place, am I correct? There you go. And see, they fooled us. They gave them Spanish. They gave some of our other brothers a broken French. They gave some of our other brothers patois. And then they gave the rest of us English. And they told us, this is where you from. But in the book that everybody looks past is our true history. The reason why they tell you to stay out the Old Testament and it's done away with is because that's where the black man's history is from.
Fact.
Bring it out right now to show you right now where we come from.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall sell yourselves unto your enemies for bondmen and for bondwomen, and no man shall redeem you.
Start from the top.
And the Most High shall bring thee back into Egypt in ships, by the way whereof I say
So
unto
God
thee.
said he's going to bring us back into Egypt in ships. That word in Hebrew, Egypt is not what they told you it is in English. In Egypt, that word is Mitzrayim, which means bondage or distress. To prove that, give me Exodus 20 to show you what God considers Egypt to be. And we're going to prove it to you. Everything that you can think of, from us being incarcerated, from our women going against our men. You know how hard it is to get a sister to listen today? They don't even feel they gotta submit to a man. That's because of the curses that God put on us for not following his ways. Now we follow God's ways, that we will be able to win off of our talent. We can't win off our talent. Everything that we do is taken advantage of, and that was all written in this book right here. Read what God said Egypt is.
And the Most High spoke all these words, saying, I am the Most High thy God, who brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
No, the fun house.
Out of the land of Egypt, out of the
No,
house of
Party
bondage.
City.
Out of the house of bondage.
So the Most High God brought us out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. That's what God considers Egypt to be. So now when you go to Deuteronomy 28, it says, God will bring you back into Egypt. He was talking about bondage. But this time he says, I'm going to do it on slave ships. Give me Joel 3:3. Because we are the only people on the face of the earth that fits the prophecies of this book right here. No other place fits these prophecies. We were sold into slavery. We the most locked up. We the most afflicted. We the most talented. All of these things are happening only to our people. You have a set of people who've taken our identity, who's a quote-unquote Jewish people. Now, if I ask you this, if I say something is blackish, is that really black? If I say it's white-ish, is that really white? No. These right here are a picture. This is when I went to Israel. Which one of these brothers is from Texas and which one of these brothers is from Israel? You can look at both of them. I'll let you pick.
I said he's from Israel.
Damn, he got it right too. He got it right first try. Yeah, this brother is from Israel. This brother is from Texas. This is me. This is a man this is our brother that moved back to Israel when it was made a state. And this is our brother who's from Israel. See, when they show you Palestinians, they won't put these people on the news. They're going to show you cats that look like the Arabs in the corner stores. Akbar Muhammad. These are the people that they trying to get out of the land. All of these are images of the original Hebrews. When you look at, well, this is a cartoon, but this is the original Hebrews in West Africa. This is a Hebrew from North Africa. He's black. This is a Hebrew from Ethiopia. He's black. When you go into Egypt again, come over here to this side. This is a depiction from the walls in Israel when in Egypt when we were building pyramids in Egypt. Now look at this picture right here, King. You got this guy. You might have seen him on Borough Park. Does he look like he belonged in Africa with the rest of these people? Because Israel is Northeast Africa. If you look at it, Israel is on the African tectonic plate. Here goes another one. This is an old slave poster right here. When you look at this old slave poster, it shows you to be sold, find Hebrews. That word was then changed to Hebrews. If you look in West Africa, there's a tribe of 30 million Hebrews called the Igbo people. When you go into the Caribbean, you have Igbo land in Virginia, you have Igbo land in Jamaica, you have Igbo town in Tobago. All of these things show you that we are the original Hebrews. Now remember, Moses was mistaken for an Egyptian, right? This is how the original Egyptians look. Come get a shot of this. This is how the original Egyptians looked. When you see this right here, so when Moses was called the Egyptian, bring that out for me to pray for. Read that, Joel. Does it got the slave ships in there? 3 and 3. If not, then it's in 4. 4:1. Where it says they sold them. So when you go in here, look, this is another picture, boys, of the transatlantic slave trade. Israel is right over here. We left from Israel. We left from Israel. We went into West Africa in 70 AD. We were scattered by the Romans, and we went over there to hide from the Romans. Now here's the key. I'm gonna show you a map on my phone real quick, okay? Because this is some of the craziness that they try to show us. Check me out right now. Now when you see this, right? This is it. This right here is Israel. Rome is here. Why would we run directly into the people that was attacking us? Where would it be safer for black people to hide from white people that's looking for us? Around other black people. These are the black people now. These Egyptian people are not in Egypt anymore. They got kicked out of Egypt as well with the Persian Empire and their conquest, and then the Ottomans took over Egypt and they got sent into the Sudan area. But just to show you that all of us look the same. So when you go to the Middle East, You see all of these people right here, and then you get to this guy right here, and they tell you this is the real Jew. And you're a Christian, you're a Catholic, you're a Muslim, but everywhere else, this is in Jericho, Israel, this is how our people look. Read that verse to show how we got to America again. Bring out some more information for the brother.
Okay, we're in the book of Joel, chapter 4, verse 3. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
They have cast lots for my people.
So cast lots mean they gamble. That means they says, okay, well, I draw this straw right here. It's like drawing straws, or it's like rolling dice. Or another way to cast lots is where they say $1, $1, $1, $1, or $2, $2, $2, $3, or $3, $3 sold. So that's how they cast lots for our people. That means we were auctioned off as a people. And what did they do to us on them slave ships? Read.
And have given a boy for a harlot.
So they were raping little boys on the slave ship. And this is something they don't tell you about. When you go into the diaries of Sir John Hawkins, one of these dudes, he actually wrote about the horrors on the slave ships. And he says, if these not God's chosen people, either they God's chosen people or they kids of the damn devil, but I ain't driving these ships no more. Because what's happening to them is inhumane and it's crazy. Bring it up.
And sold the girl for wine and have drunk.
So a girl was worth a bottle of wine. Now, you know that's not far-fetched. Because when we got to America, what did they think they were selling us for? $90,000? Slaves was going for $1 and $2. So for a bottle of wine, it was like, man, take her. She can't have no kids. She barren. They done raped her 100 times. Just sell her. This is what they did to God's chosen, holy people. This is the plight that we have as our people. But what did God say about us? Give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
We're in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
For thou art holy people unto the Most High thy God.
Read.
The Most High thy God hath chosen you to be his own treasure out of all the peoples that are upon the face of the
So
earth.
God picked us to be his people out of everybody that's on the face of the earth. So how did we get into this condition? If God picked us to be his chosen people out of all the people, I know that's what you're asking now, right? Jeremiah 16. Start at the 10th verse. Matter of fact, go to Jeremiah 17:4 and then go to Jeremiah 16:10. Because everybody who sees it say, well, wait, if we so great and we so special, why are we